Hello everybody. My name is Niall Brolcháin and my research involves examining the interaction of our environment, our health and our well-being using data analytics. Now my thesis is that prevention is much better than cure. And indeed, our environment matters, it really matters, not just at a large global level in terms of climate change, but very much at a local level as well. In terms of our human health, it is very important. Our health and well-being is extremely important. Things like radon, if we reduce it in our homes, for example, it can actually save lives. And indeed, keeping fit and healthy can save lives as well. So let's be sure that we exercise a lot. Exercise is very important. And this doesn't mean we've got to go out and beat the All Blacks every week. It means that things like simply walking in the park, with a dog, with our friends, with our family, or just ourselves, is going to keep us fit and healthy. My research looked at three different sets of data: environment data, health data, and socioeconomic data. We looked at three different geographic levels, that's regional, county, and local. And we looked at three different domains, which was drinking water quality, blue spaces such as the sea or waterways, and then green spaces such as parks. Slide number 2. Now, our environment matters a lot, and everybody thinks of Galway in the west of Ireland as being a pristine environment. And indeed, it's wonderful that we have areas like Connemara, absolutely beautiful areas like Connemara and Croagh Patrick and so on. But the reality is that we have to look at the figures. It's absolutely shocking. In fact, the west of Ireland is very much the poor relation in terms of our health, in terms of our wealth, and in terms of our access to green spaces, believe it or not. That's what the figures actually show us. I'm absolutely shocked by that. But what we've actually done is, if you look at, if you examine, for example, the parks in Galway City, you find that the three parks, Terryland Forest Park, and the second park, Kappa Park, isn't that accessible, and Merlin Woods isn't that accessible. But if you look, for contrast to Dublin, for example, to the Phoenix Park is extremely accessible, and in fact, our own president, Michael D. Higgins, has gone to live there. So it's a beautiful park, a pristine park, and it's much better access. So in keeping with Threesis, we've actually come up with three recommendations in relation to the research. So the three recommendations are that local authorities and public bodies will share data. It's very important that they share data because that helps to plan better. It's very important that we align our data sets. Any researcher will tell you who uses geodata or geographical data that things like the difficulties of sharing data between regional data and health regions. They're actually different geographical areas, and that's a real problem. And finally, green space usage data is very important. So finally, what I'd like to say is research helps to save lives, and so indeed does data. Thank you very much. Go raibh míle maith.